Gray. Welcome to Grayscale. I'm going to try to do a painting that's more or less approachable. Anybody can do. Alright. I am starting off first off with 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper. I've taken some Higgins ink. It's out of focus. Okay. You can probably see it from right here. Higgins ink. A lot of water. I'll put it on a flat surface so it's horizontal, like so. And sprayed it with water. Put the ink on it. And some plastic paper. Pressed it, which gives you the design you see here. Okay. A little bit of rubbing alcohol to separate some of the paint, which is some of the stuff you see here. Give you some of those ridges. Alright. And then I've taken some sky blue and some water and made a glaze, so anything white would be just that bluish color. And that's it. Let it fully dry, and it gives you what you see right here. Kind of a bluish cast. Alright. But still got that shine of the white paper showing through it. And it just gives you kind of a interesting background. Alright. So what I'm going to do, I'll take a little white here. A little white, just a touch of water. I don't do too many of these fantasy type paintings, but I thought it would be something pretty simple and interesting to try out. I'm going to try this year to do some paintings that are a little more approachable, I guess. Alright. More or less the technique than anything else. So what I'm going to do really is doing like a floating island type of thing. Keep the crazy background. Okay. And we're just going to, I'll sketch out an island, sort of. Give a little paint. No, I just use the water. Wet the paint a little bit. Just a little free sketch here. Something like that. Come right to the edge. And as I'm doing that, I have it look kind of crazy. A little more white so you guys can see it a little bit. Something like that. There'll be like little waterfalls. This is just a rough sketch because you know if you do it by, it pretty much look kind of like an island right there. Here's where the island, the top part be, the bottom part of the rock or whatever. Alright, it would be kind of maybe like little stalactites down here or something like that. But it's just floating. There'll be little waterfalls going and mist and all that. A lot of this will be shrubbery and greenery or whatever. Then I'm going to try to put little bits of buildings in there from a distance. That type of deal. Okay. But basically that's it. Play around with little atmospheric perspectives and all that technical stuff. But we're going to get right on to it. I got the colors. It's blending white, sky blue, Grumbacher red. I got some burnt sienna and phthalo blue. Okay, so those are the colors I'll be using for this. And like I say, we're going to just get right on to it. Now, I'm going to only go so far with the greenery, but it's definitely going to be up top here. Alright. You know, just a few touches like so. I'm not going to get rid of all of that dark. I won't be doing that. I will highlight a few of these. Like I said, I'm not going to get rid of all that dark. A few pats here and there. And also, it depends on how far down you want to go with your landmass up top. Just pat, don't drag. So it gives a look of greenery. Okay. Very simple painting. There. I will lighten it up with a little bit of this sky blue. I always tend to work with a small palette, really. And we'll do a few highlights. In one direction. And not getting rid of the darks. Usually I would use a smaller brush. But that won't be needed. Not for this project. You can do it as detailed or as abstract as you would like. It's really your world when it comes to this. Okay. We can even put a few hanging down, like so, if you want. All up to you. Alright. Just cleaning off the brush. Dry it off. I may or may not come back to this brush. I'll keep it over here to the side. I might use it a little bit later. Let's get to the bottom. I'm going to use a little the brown. Okay. A little bit of the sky blue in the brown and gray it a little bit there. And I'm going to use the side of the brush. That gives me a nice brownish gray here. Sky blue and the burnt sienna. And let's do some outcroppings of some of these guys here. And maybe some of that land comes out that way. And we'll go up under here. Just a few little bits here and there. Get some more of it. A couple in here. As you can see, you can get that look of realism and don't have to try as hard. It's more the technique than what I'm putting on the paper, that what I'm trying to show you. Okay. So even though you don't see me mixing on the palette, I'm telling you what colors I am using. Very light blue, like a baby blue, and burnt sienna. You use that kind of gray, but as you see when the color sets, all right, it gives you that darkish brown look, or the look of rock, in shade and in shadow. We have some outcrops here. Let's put some more land, especially here on the top, where it kind of fades in, almost like a little line. I kind of like what I see here, because I can just play around with this edge, and it looks like it's the rocks on the bottom are further behind in the back of the island. Okay. We'll put some here. And we're gonna put a nice edge here. A little edge for the little island here. Get some on the edge of the brush. This gotta have an edge to your island. I'm taking a little bit of white, get some brown in there. Kind of give me a sharp edge here. I put also a little sky blue in there because I want to brighten up just an edge, even if I have to tap a little bit. So it looks like it does have a drop off point. Don't have to be totally the whole island. I can take some of that and make it highlight color in certain areas. Not all over, but just in certain spots where it kind of really sticks out a little further than others. Anything that's not as bright recedes. Alright. Okay, we're back. I don't know how far I've taken this before it stopped. But let's zoom in for a second so you guys can see exactly what I got going on here. And we'll focus it. There. Okay. So you can see pretty much what I have done. Alright. Alright. I'm going to get a smaller brush. Actually, I'm going to take some of this blue. Before I do that, I'm going to take some blue and some of this light blue. Blue and a little bit of light blue. I'm not going to totally blend it. Get a little more light blue in there. Let's do some deep shadows in there. It's like got a touch of light kind of touching, but it's maybe some down in there. And some of the shadow areas. Some of it I'm going to leave a little obscure back there. I'm not going to cover all of it in that blue. Some of it will be, anything that's really dark will be receding. So a little bit of that edge back there. It looks like it's the further half of the island underneath. Remember the colors, it fades in once it dries, so it'll look a little darker when it dries a little bit there. And something like that. Don't need too much. I'm going to take a tiny brush and I'm going to put in some buildings. Get a much smaller brush. As I'm looking, yeah, this should do fine. A semblance of a few buildings. Anyway, I'm gonna use brown. Like I said, my color palette is very small. 2 different types of blue, and in fact, I'm gonna use some of this red too. And the smallest hint of blue. When you use blue, be very sparing with it, because blue, especially phthalo blue, is a very powerful color. I want it more brown. Even though I got the other colors there, I still want it a little more brown. It's turned into a brownish gray, which is fine. I'll sketch in some what may look like buildings. Okay, I'll put a couple in here. Hopefully you guys can see it. You guys may or may not be able to. And I will make them obviously quite angular. They'll just be popping up out of here. I'll paint little windows and such in them. Get a little water, loosen up the paint just a little bit. And I'll put a couple of them sticking out here like that. Almost like a little castle or something. Some coming out the trees out here. So I'll put bright little windows so it looks like a little city or something hidden in there. Anybody should be able to do this painting. Okay. I'm trying to make this a lot easier so I can see your renditions of it. It would be great. Check it out. So please don't be shy about trying out any of these paintings. I'll put some right in here, some further back. And let's put a couple up here, way up there. And maybe a couple more. And you'll see what I do with the lights. The windows. So it looks like lights, I should say. And I'll throw a waterfall or two in there. Alright, let's just do that. That few. I gotta be mindful of the time because it only does it in a few minute increments. But with my clever little editing and such, we'll straighten that out. I got the script liner brush here. So the gray that I do have, I'm gonna lighten that gray up. A little water, mix it in with the white and the gray that I do have. Okay, I'm just lighting it up, lighting it up a little. All right. We're gonna put some windows in this guy, a couple dots here and there. Just be mindful. Now, once it dries, if I feel that it might be too light or too dark, once it dries, I'll just lighten it up a little more. But it's just a lighter version of what I do have. Just little dots symbolizing little windows and such. You can be as imaginative as you want with yours. Alright. Once it all comes together, it'll make more sense to you. Yes, I got the radio on back there. Okay. I'm just checking it out, looking at it here and there. Okay. Yep, I think it's time for a waterfall or two. Get a little bit of this blue. I'm actually mixing the blue, a little bit of white, and with the gray. Lightens it up a little bit. I will put probably like a little, almost like a little stream coming down. I'll do it again, somewhere from, maybe from down here. Put one coming in, coming on down, it branches off. And we will get to the waterfall in a second. It's got little rivers going through. Maybe one coming out this way. I'll probably lighten some of that up a little bit more. Putting it right into the blue. Moisten that little water a little bit. Brighten it up a slight bit here. And we'll brighten some of that up. I like that. It makes it disappear into the trees here. Up here. Right here. Coming above rocks. Some coming this way and some more come out that way. And we got a little ocean coming that way. We're going to have a big one. We could probably have one coming straight down up there. That's a little waterfall of sorts. Alright, let's put Mr. Script Liner back. Excuse my bald head. Get a little bit of blue, touch of brown, touch of red, make it pretty dark. Smallest bit of water. I think I'm gonna have a nice little waterfall coming straight down. It'll just disappear. Probably around in. Let's make one coming, just pouring out. Let's make a little dark spot right in here. We'll have one coming right here, just coming right out. Just fall down. Let it just disappear. It's gonna fall down just out of nowhere from down below. We might do another one right here. Turn the brush around. Trail right down. We're going to have a thin one right here. Just fade on down. You got a thin one coming down that way. Slight touch of white. Now whatever happens, happens. It's coming from here. If it fades away into nothing, that's fine. Alright, so you got a little waterfall there. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much at all. Do it right here. Just to press. If it catches, great. If it don't catch, that's great too. Like a dry brush. Get a little more blue. Touch of white. I'm concentrating on the time here. I know I'm getting close for it when it stops. Let's do this one right here. Right from the bottom. Straight down. Let it catch. Let's put some bright little highlight type of thing going on here. Like so. Use the side of my brush, trail some of that downward. I gotta look back, make sure it's straight. Alright. We'll add mist and all that good stuff in a second or two. When it comes to adding mist and such, you're gonna need more water than anything else. Extremely watery. Okay. And once it dries, You'll see once it dries. Like all up around here. Twirl your brush around like so. Just twirl it around. Get it a little more. I'm using a slight touch of blue with the mix. So if it's not visible yet, it will be. I just twirl it around like so. Up around in here. As it dries, it'll look all swirly and whatnot. It's layer after layer. That's all. You'll see the difference as it goes. Put some up here too. And some will come around here. Twirl it around. And we'll do a little baby one here. Swirl it around. Maybe we come to the other side here. Press and twirl away. We can add maybe a few bits of fog down in here a little bit. Like so. Up around in here. Just have it trail. Air. All sorts of turbulence and whatnot going on, being so high up. Okay. A little blue, a little bit of white. Some more water, a lot of water. More water than paint. It's kind of a trial and error type of deal. Okay. You just have to keep working at it till you get the medium type of density you want. Alright. But you can see some of that all up in here. Okay. I'm going to put a little more condensed fog and clouds through here. Some of it I have come right off the page. And I'm going to have some of that. I'm going to have some of that floating around in here too. Come right across the island itself. Have it in various tones and shades and whatnot. Alright, let's put the tiny brush away. I'm going to work with some stronger clouds and fog bank around in here too. Get a larger brush. This one will be a number 10 round. Like I said, you can just build and build upon it and build upon it. Okay. And a little bit of white. Smallest touch of blue in that white. I'm using a little red in here too. And I'm going to use a little touch of brown. And some water. Okay. And maybe put a little bit of that up above. Don't be scared to use it. Maybe a little bit up here. Right into the island itself. And up above there. Don't be scared. Put it right in there. Alright. See? Not really that bad to do. Pretty quick. Alright. Let's move out a little bit. See if I can bring you guys out. There you go. That's what she's looking like so far. Alright. I'm going to use a little touch of red, a touch of blue, a whole lot of white. and some brown. Dull some of that a little bit. Some more white. Some water. So yes, pretty much the American flag. Red, white, and some blue. And water. I'll swirl some stuff up in here. A little bit. Just a little more interest of clouds working in there. Maybe a slight highlight in here a little bit. And maybe a little bit of that in here. Now as I'm doing that, I'm going to rinse off my brush. Not totally dry it, but I'm going to get rid of pat out some of that. Just wet the bottom and scrumble some of that out of there. Mix some of that in with the background. Same thing in here. Fade some of that bottom right out of there. So I don't want such a strong bottom edge to these clouds. And I can take the tip of it and on just a couple of the bristles. Maybe some highlights here and there. Like that. Don't necessarily have to be on the top of the clouds. Put some down in the middle. So it gives your clouds a little bit of depth. Okay. So make them interesting. Some up on top here. Just patting, and then I'll just pat more on the bottom. Get rid of some of that. Drag some of that down here if you got to. And maybe around the top of the mountain there. Get some of that there. Make it really turbulent. Here too. Make it turbulent. Make it the clouds stir around up there. In one direction. Curl it. Okay, that's pretty much it. Not much to it at all. All right. And I guess I'll put my name with the. I'll just use this ink and put my name down there, and call it done. Very easy. Very easy. You'd be surprised who might have interest in something like this. Okay. I would love to see your rendition of this. This is just a technique that I'm showing you. First painting of a first YouTube tutorial and first painting of the new year. Already January 2018. Alrighty there. Like I say, I know I'm not in focus, but let's bring this back. Can it go further back? Yes, it can. Much further back. Alright. I should be in somewhat focus here. Yeah, I'm more in focus now. Alright. I would like to thank you very much for watching me do this. It's very simple. Anybody should be able to do this. Only takes a few flat brushes and a couple of round brushes, or whatever you use to make trees from a distance or whatever, and to make it look like this, the buildings and such. But they're all there. The background kind of helps everything. Alright, gives you that image and that look. Got a couple clouds fading there. As you can see, once it dries, alright, you get that little fade through. You still see the background a little bit in there and all that goodness. Alright, all I'm going to do really take the tape off and give me a nice dark back, nice dark border, and that's all she wrote. That's the only time I'll use black is really to give it the border. Okay, and then that's it. So once again, thank you so much for watching the site. Thank you for subscribing. If you have any comments, you know where to leave them. Whoops, I'll use this hand. Leave them down below, you know, in that direction. Alright, that's my Facebook page down there that you'll see pop up. So if you have any questions, any statements, if you want to show me any of your artwork, put it on my Facebook page. Okay, I would love to see it. and yeah, just post it up on there, or send it to me with your name, and I'll post it. All right. Um, Once again, my name is Anthony Gray. This is Grayscale, and I shall see you soon. Happy painting. God bless, and take care. Bye.